Alright guys, it is Wednesday, April 7th, 2021 at 7:12 p.m. Alright guys, so today I went out and I got a whole bunch of new plants for my garden area. I got dill, I got rosemary, I got basil, and I got mint. I got a couple other plants, but I just wanted to share that for you guys out there who are prepping. Just to have gardens that produce food and help others. If you have a big family, it's always great to be prepared, have food growing, and have the possibility, even if you have a small garden or just a porch or just a backyard, getting the things together. Even if you have an apartment where you can grow things in pots and plants inside, it's still good to get out there and start growing and start getting, prepared. It is spring. Start getting your seedlings in, start planting your seeds, or start going to either Walmart, Lowe's, or any out garden area that you can get plants or seedlings and start growing. Start growing. Get that green thumb going. Start producing for yourself that food that you guys are going to need just in case of an emergency. Alright guys, let's start the video with boom. I start with family, friends, and Jesus. I have that pinned on my profile, spacerivernews on Twitter. Alright, also, news from today. It says Dolly Parton honors late uncle with eulogy. I wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there. So Dolly Parton honors her late uncle in eulogy. The 75-year-old country icon says her late uncle should be credited with the success that belongs to her today. So condolences to the Dolly Parton family, and may he rest in peace. Alright, next from NBC 15 News. 6 months after Hurricane Sally hit Baldwin County, cities are still saddled with the enormous financial burden of not getting reimbursed for millions of dollars spent up on cleanup efforts. So FEMA kind of dropping the ball there and not helping out Baldwin County after a hurricane. Alright, next from Disclosed TV, it says, just in, Biden to make an announcement on guns tomorrow. So who knows exactly what announcement he's going to be making, if he's going to be making an executive decision or just signing executive orders, or who knows. But heads up for you gun owners out there. Biden is to make an announcement tomorrow. Alright, next from The Independent, video of giant lizard terrorizing store in Thailand goes viral. I'll leave the link on my Twitter page. You guys can read that article. Excuse me. Also from The Sun. Excuse me, guys. Alright, from The Sun. Over 38,000 fans enjoy baseball game in the largest sports crowd since the pandemic began in the U.S. So a lot of crowds out there in the sports stadium enjoying an actual baseball game. Alright, from Scott. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. I think the most powerful warriors are God and Jesus, and whatever comes after, Excuse me, guys. Having a clearing throat issue. Alright. Anyways. From Where ABC3 says investigators said the woman was killed by a man she met on Facebook Marketplace. She was attempting to buy a fridge for her boyfriend. So apparently a woman was stabbed to death during a Facebook Marketplace sale in Pennsylvania. Investigators say a woman who was found stabbed to death in Gaston, Pennsylvania Tuesday was killed. And then, so that's sad. First of all, you shouldn't be going to Facebook Marketplace to meet up strangers. You never know what's out there. Always be careful when you're meeting with somebody. Always bring somebody with you if you are gonna meet somebody. But that's very dangerous. Very dangerous. So prayers to to her family and her. That is so sad. Alright, next. The Hill. Iowa governor says she intends to take actions against vaccine passports. So the Iowa governor saying she's going to take action against the vaccine passports. Been hearing a lot of that from Texas and Florida. Next, The Independent saying The Crown Season 5 production is set to start in July, according to reports. And then from the Melise Photography, this beautiful, beautiful, look at this, beautiful hummingbird. Look at that, spring is here. Look how beautiful this hummingbird is. Just blessings from God and all his beautiful acts. Alright, next, Earthquake Monitor. Earthquake of 4.9 New Zealand 5 minutes ago, or 31 minutes ago. There was a 4.9 earthquake in New Zealand, so heads up for the people in New Zealand. Also from all quakes, a 2.1 earthquake in Portugal, 221 kilometers west of Lagos, Portugal. There was also an earthquake. Alright, let's see if there's anything else. Alright, from Disclosed TV, new Syrian defense responds to Israeli aggression. I guess the people of Syria and Israel are shooting missiles, so pray for the people in that region. Pray for Israel. Alright, next. More Damascus Syrian air defenses engaging multiple hostile targets. Again from Disclosure TV. Check out Disclosure TV, they're pretty awesome with keeping up with the news. Alright. Giuliani, The Hill is saying Giuliani asked the court to throw out Dominion's $1.3 billion defamation suit against him. Who knows how that's going to go? Prayers for him. Who knows exactly how that's going to work out? Alright, also from Alex Galaz. It says my work at the Ozarka water plant in Wood, Colorado, off of 2869, I would say about marble size. So they're having marble size hail and rain off there in Ozark water plant in Wood, Colorado. So getting some hail there. Alright, also from Sky and Telescope, a bright comet will be scarce this year, but you can see one of the better ones in the month as it races from Agata to Canes Vanitici. In other news, a new bright nova was flared in Sagittarius. This is from Sky and Telescope. Let's take a look at the new flare up in Sagittarius. Look how beautiful that is. That is a beautiful green. That's beautiful. Alright. Also from LeVar Burton himself. He's putting the eye emojis here like he's looking, saying Reading Rainbow legend LeVar Burton wants to host Jeopardy! A lot of people supporting him, the LeVar Burton hosting Jeopardy! But who knows if he's going to make that decision or not. They're very interesting. Alright, also from CNN, the province of Ontario, including Canada's most populous city, Toronto, will be under a stay-at-home order for at least 4 weeks, beginning Thursday, as a third wave of the pandemic threatens to overwhelm hospitals. Alright, from CNN as well, 23-year-old Harvard graduate and youth poet laureate Amanda Gorman, who read a poem during the President Biden's inauguration, has another accolade to her name. She's the first poet to be featured on a cover of Vogue magazine. She's a beautiful young lady, and I think that her poetry is quite inspirational. Alright, also from Andrew McCarthy. Yesterday afternoon, I captured a 230 megapixel image of our sun. This was done by capturing over 100,000 photos through a specialty built telescope. This is the clearest photo of the sun I have ever taken. Let's zoom in there and take a look at that. Look at that. That is pretty amazing. A little flare there off the sun, tiny jets coming off the sun. But look how beautiful. This isn't the actual image of the sun. This is a filter that he uses to capture the sun. So the sun isn't actually this color. He had commented that in the comment section of his post. You guys can check that out. But it is a beautiful image indeed to be captured by his camera. Alright, let's take a look at the next stories. Mysterious fire burst out of bubbling water in Indonesian rice field, prompting fears of new devastating La Pinto mudflow. Alright, so what is erupting from the water in this field of rice in Indonesia? Could it be methane? So there's a fireball and a lot of mud in the area, a fireball coming out of the ground. A mysterious burst. It says a few days after the massive explosion in the Barangan oil refinery, residents of Indramayu, Indonesia, were struck by fire and bubbles erupting from a small crater in a rice field. So that's pretty suspicious. There's other stuff erupting around, and then there's this coming out in the rice field. They should keep an eye on that area and be very, very cautious. Alright, next, news wrap. CDC says the UK variant now the most common strain in the US. So that's what they're saying. That the CDC saying the UK variant is now the most common strain in the US. Alright, next. Deadly downpour triggers severe flooding in Queensland, Australia. So please pray for the people of Queensland, Australia. They're going through severe flooding. It says severe flooding lashed Queensland southeast following heavy rains over the weekend, resulting in at least 4 fatalities. Up to 6 inches of rain fall in a 24-hour period on Monday, according to the Bureau of Meteorology. Heavy downpours triggered a mass Easter rush across southeast Queensland, resulting in flooding and 4 fatalities, according to 9 News. Among the victims was a 55-year-old man from the Gold Coast who crashed his vehicle after rains created a slippery road conditions. So very, very dangerous out there. Please pray for them having to deal with all that flooding. Alright, next. More than 40 people killed, hundreds missing, and severe floods and landslides hit Indonesia. So I also pray, please, for the people of Indonesia having to deal with all those mudslides. It says at least 44 people have been killed, hundreds are reported missing, and heavy rain struck Indonesia east of Nusa Tenggara province, triggering floods and landslides early Sunday morning, April 4th. The most hit area is East Flores Regency, where heavy rains are expected to continue into next week. So it's a natural disaster with all this mud and people having to live amongst this. So please pray for God to protect them and watch over them. Alright, next. Texas. Texas 2021 deep freeze left nearly 200 people dead, new analysis shows. So nearly 200 people died as a result of the unprecedented winter storm that lashed Texas in February 2021, a new analysis is showing, making the disaster one of the worst in the state this past century. The toll is expected to grow in the coming days as investigations continue. Most of the deaths were caused by hypothermia during prolonged massive power outages. So still pray for the people having to deal with the pipes that destroyed the buildings, with the whole fallout of it being so cold in Texas and the power outages. Pray for those families still dealing with the fallout and the power bills that they had to go through. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more news. I always say pray because it's important to care for one another, care for our brothers and sisters, and when you can't physically go out there and help others, prayer is very important. If with your heart, your mind, and soul, you can pray to God and ask for protection for others, then it's a blessing. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Hit like and subscribe for more news and updates, and see you guys next time. God bless you guys.